Hey guys, welcome back to the Cambridge United RTG here in the ChesnoidGaming channel. We have the league's top goal scorer. Joey Ironside doesn't seem to care what league he's in, he just scores goals. We find ourselves in 5th position in the league. However, if we can win this first game, which is our game in hand, we could go 4th, or if we win it massively, unlikely, but if we win it massively by 5 or more, then we could go 3rd. But goal difference will see us stay probably 4th, even if we do get the win. So we'll try and get the win. We'll play Forest away. We'll play Queen's Park Rangers at home. Then Cardiff and Derby are both down the bottom end of the table in the relegation zone. So we'll sim those, and then we'll play Norwich away from home at Carrow Road at the end of the day. So without any further ado, I'm just going to jump straight in at the beginning of this one. You can see the squad on your screen for me. Obviously growing fantastically well so far this season and putting in the performances to boot too. Right. Nottingham Forest away is not ever an easy game at championship level, but hopefully it will be for once on this occasion. It is a 5-2-3 for Nottingham Forest, with Bryce Samba still in goal for them at 76 rated. They've got Drager on the right with Panzo, Mbeso and Scott McKenna all at centre-back, with Richie Larrier at left wing-back, and Brian Oyeda in the middle alongside Lamine Fomba. Brennan Johnson on the right, 78 rated. Alex Myton at 75 on the left, with Sam Surridge through the middle at striker. They do have recently acquired from us Elliot List on the bench should they need him, Forest. We hope that he doesn't come back to bite us in this game. They're 9th, so they're having a decent season, Nottingham Forest, so far. Not a strong start to the season, but certainly by no means a weak start to the season. So no pushovers, especially at home. Oh, Alex Myton showing a great turn of speed there. And then Josh Key just stepping in and getting the ball away from him. Ah, it's loose though from Josh. And now here's Surridge in the box. Out to Myton. Back to Surridge again. Between them, they're trying to work the ball into a shooting position. We just managed to scramble that away. But get it away we have done. It was really well done too. I don't know as... Oh, that's a terrible ball by Teddy Coles. Really poor. I don't know as we're going to see Forest press the same way that some of the other sides have in this division. Certainly they haven't looked to thus far anyway. Rudoni across to Chapman. Stone there, and Lancaster is out wide. Alex Myton is doing a lot of work defensively. A lot of chasing down, which is admirable, but will obviously quite heavily negatively affect his stamina, so he has to be wary, or will have to be wary. He doesn't tire himself out trying to win the ball back, where really he doesn't stand much chance of doing so. Lancaster will nod that down. He's gone again there, Jack, but get it in here to Elijah, and then Joey gets caught on it, unfortunately, but Jack Rodoni could have gotten it back. Unfortunately didn't. Nearly got to the man. Oyeda finds Fomba, and now here come Forest again. It's been majorly their attacks so far, and I keep winning the ball back, but they're not really being able to do anything going the other way. Can't even keep the ball in play on that occasion, but that long throw will reach its intended target. And here's Laria again to Myton. Down the line, can he keep that in? He can. He's done brilliantly, Alex Myton. Certainly a player that is in high demand in career mode comment sections to be signed by any given YouTuber. That's a decent strike, but comfortable enough for Michael Cooper, who we noticed at the beginning of the episode. Actually up to 75 rated now, Michael Cooper, and growing spectacularly well. Finally, his overall rating is starting to match his genuine performances. Twine will look for Joey, and Jack Rodoni is there, but the pass isn't quite what I needed from Joey, and we haven't quite had what we needed going forward in any move so far today. Forest looking to get in behind, but Keane Bryan should get to that first, and has done, and we will clear it away. Myton again. Forest really good in possession. Oyeda back there to Fomba. I say they're really good in possession. They are, but that's the most Michael Cooper has had to do all half. And it was relatively straightforward for him. The only other chance they've had has gone straight to him, and it was a simple gobble up. Joey should win this header and has done well. To be honest, Forest away would be a good point if we're able to see it through, especially at 0-0 and a clean sheet as well. But I am definitely going to have to improve offensively if we're to stand any chance of getting a victory in this game, because I have not been good enough going forward, and no shots is not a surprise. Back to Panzo, and into Brennan Johnson again. Oyeda to Fomba. That's nicely through the gap. Sam Surridge is there. And out wide here to Laria. Fired to Fomba. Number of options for him to choose, but can he find any of them? He's gone to the right back. Forest again just dominating possession. I actually had nearly 50% in the first half, but just I did nothing with it. And they've started the half better in possession than they were in the first, so I've had less of it in this second half, and as such, still no chance of creating an opportunity on goal. Forest chasing me around, hounding me out of possession every time that we have it. Teddy Coles has had a bit of a dodgy day so far and continues on in that regard. His passing has been letting him down, and his defensive work hasn't been spectacular either. Here's Brennan Johnson down the wing. Gwilt is going to come out and give Teddy some support here. Drager has options as well, and a Hader. Fomba. You can see how good Forest are in possession. They're just being patient and working it about. It's a lovely ball out to Laria, who could turn and find a man in the middle, but Josh Key's done spectacularly well. And we will look to counter. I think I'm going to have to call on changes from the bench if we're to see anything happen in the latter stages of this game, because we just can't seem to do anything with the players I've got on the pitch at the minute. Stone out for Lancaster, into Jack Rudoni, and then Ironside. I will continue to try and use Teddy, because as soon as he does get his passing sorted, he'll be playing a good ball at the right time, but he just can't seem to do that at the minute. Let's take Rudoni off, move Chapman into Cam, and we'll bring Morley on in that Cam spot, and Ollie Burke can come on for Joey Ironside up top. It's not very often we take Joey off at all, but perhaps just a little bit of a different approach up top through the middle will be the answer here. Josh Key on the other side will try and do the business from wing back now. Looking, I was meant to go to Rudoni and I've misplaced my pass. Whether it's my players or whether it's me, we're just not good enough going forward in this one. Laria in a good area. Surridge flattens the defender, and Mighton will work this out. Lancaster's going to try and tuck back in a defensive position, but they're dragging me this way and that. Surridge out again to Mighton, into Surridge, who might have been offside, wasn't, and draws a good save from Cooper, who came out to smother it. Laria again, danger persists. Away, please. Nicely done by Josh Key. Here's Stone, a quick counter-attack perhaps. No, I'm just not on it with my passing. And now here's Surridge. Good save again by the keeper, and Gwilt will stop them from getting a corner. Having to rely on Michael Cooper quite a lot in this game. Quite a lot indeed. Teddy Coles finally plays an accurate pass, but Scott Twine was offside. Morley with the throw. Into Twine. Stone is there waiting for it, and will beat the man that tried to close him down. Lancaster is here. That's Josh Key, only 1 minute added on, so I'm going to have to get it forward quickly if we're to do something here before the referee blows his whistle. And getting it forward we are doing, but bumped off it I have been. In general, it's not a bad point. With the way that we played, it's a very good point. I certainly didn't deserve anything from that. I didn't have a single shot on goal in the whole 90. So that says everything about how we played in that game. But to be able to come away with something when you're not playing well is signs of a good side. Queen's Park Rangers at home next. Joey wants to say something about, we've got a much happier dressing room now. That's good. Thank you, Joey. Good to know. Glad everyone's feeling happier. We're going to have to maybe give a couple of players a bit of a rest here. We consolidate in the playoffs with that game in hand point, but obviously the win would have been preferable. Let's give Morley a game from the off here, and Schädler can start on the left. He is popular with you guys, Schädler, despite the fact that I don't really enjoy playing with him that much, but I will continue to give him the opportunity to perhaps try and impress. And Josh Key's a bit tired, so it's a risk playing Liam Bennett out there, but I will pop Liam Bennett on the right-hand side. Queen's Park Rangers coming up next. QPR then with Seni Dieng in goal. Moses Odebajo at right back. Rob Dickey, Conor Masterson, Johan Barbet and a regen, Guillermo Garcia at left back. Andre Dozel, Sam Field and George Thomas at cam behind Lyndon Dykes and Kian Prince up top at striker. Queen's Park Rangers sat lower mid-table at present, so should be a straightforward game, especially at home, but having been forced into a couple of changes with stamina, we aren't at our strongest. So we shall still try our best. Even just having a shot on goal would be an improvement on the last game. So let's try and start off with that, and then from there we'll see what we can do. Here is Prince pushing around the outside and trying to get a tackle in, but he's spun Keane Bryan nicely and bounced him off again. But Gwilt gets to that, and we should win this with Rodoni, who's done well. Let's go for a bit of a counter. A bit of a counter attack, he says, as he kicks it straight to Queen's Park Rangers man. I am rusty today. It's been a couple of days since I've recorded, and I think it's rather obvious at the moment. Well intercepted by Gwilt, though. And for a second time, we shall try and come away, but I will take my time a bit more. Good save. I was hoping to get there with the defender and try and block one of the passes, but I just couldn't quite get the man to the opponent quickly enough with any of the passes. And then the shot came in, still couldn't block it. Had to rely on Cooper. Well, in Liam Bennett. That was a lovely challenge. Oh, come on. The passing's really annoying me now. Just can't seem to find what I want when I want it. Thankfully, Michael Cooper is always, thus far, able to find the save to deny the opposition the goal. Garcia pings that nicely to Sam Field on the edge of the box. And this is opening up a little bit for Queen's Park Rangers. Dickey back to Dozzell. And Dozzell again. Stood up. Bryan in the way. Okay, that was not what I wanted. I powered up a fully fledged clearance there, and he's just lofted it into the middle. Whee! See you later, sunshine. Right, Rodoni, make me a good run. Joey will look for the pass. Even if my passing was on point, Joey's never is, unfortunately. That's, yeah, not the sort of thing I need to be utilising Joey Ironside in doing. And I'm waiting for that through ball, and they've got a man over on the far side, and he's found really well. Here's Moses Odebarjo. Teddy Cole's doing his defensive work on this occasion very well indeed. A continued Queen's Park Rangers press with another corner. This one delivered into the middle. Ironside will head away and chase after it and get there again. To Andre Dozzell, dinked out wide to Thomas. Schedler trying to get there and outmuscling him well, but illegally so apparently. Queen's Park Rangers with 70+% possession in the last 15 minutes in game. Not great. Schedler doing his defensive work again, blocking the cross. Prince is trying to work some space here, and Teddy Coles again does his defensive work, and Morley will work it away. Come on then, Liam. What have we got? A gap through there is what we have found. And Stone. Morley will try and get that quickly out to Schedler, who has Rodoni there. Schedler's touch is not as good as it needed to be. Bit clunky still, Schedler, with his dribbling, unfortunately. Definitely can tell the difference between him and some of my higher rated players. Andre Dozzell with a little burst of acceleration gets him away from one defender, but Keane Bryan tracks back and gets stuck in again, and Joey will ensure that we keep it. Again, having to defend for our lives in this game, and not really offering much, going the other way still. Oh, why can't I pass today? Someone send help. All of you send help. I really need it. Prince out to Thomas. He's got support. Oh, Liam Bennett's legs aren't long enough to get there. Cooper with an unbelievable stop. I'm so reliant on Michael Cooper today that I don't know if we're going to be able to ever justify replacing him. Rodoni looks left for Schedler, who will get it under control and drive into some space. But again, he's just too clunky. Oh, God. What's happening with me today? Dozzell through the gap. Dykes. Oh, lovely little back heel. And finished brilliantly by Kyan Prince. Queen's Park Rangers deservedly lead. Odebarjo driving away down the wing. Dozzell. Oh, it's a nice ball. Dykes. And around the corner to Prince again. A second for him, a second for Rangers. The R's are 2 goals to the good, thanks to Kyan Prince. Absolutely smashed into the top corner. I just couldn't deal with the through balls. That's a lovely ball. Tried to close him down with Keane Bryan. But actually, by stopping, turning and trying to address the man in possession, it actually opened up the channel for the pass for Prince up top to just be played in round the corner. It's 2-0 for Queen's Park Rangers. Prince's 5th goal in 11 games so far this season. And continually, we are underperforming today. I think the majority of it is just my rustiness from having not recorded for a couple of days. And thankfully, it's not affecting us with regards to our league position too heavily thus far. But if I keep it going, then it really is going to have an effect. So hopefully I can sort my gameplay out quicker rather than later. I finally had a shot. I kind of hit that just to say I've had a shot. in the past 2 games. Not playing well today, but such is life. Can't be exceptional all the time. And we have to hope that eventually my rustiness will wear off and I will start to actually play some good football. And when we do, points should come. But for the time being, I think I'm just going to have to settle for defeat here. Teddy inside. Joey's made a good run. Rudoni will look for him. Joey's in. Oh, but just got caught by one defender as he was taking his touch with his other foot. And knocked it heavily into a secondary defender. 18 to go here. I thought I'd actually won that back. I have now won that back. Well, there's still time for a remarkable comeback. There's a nice little back heel. And Morley will look for Joey again. And Schädler. Oh, good save by Dieng. Schädler drawing a save out of the keeper. Right. I am going to change it. Let's bring Chapman on. Let's bring Conde on for Morley. And I'm going to bring Ollie Burke on for Lancaster on the right, actually. A triple change, all in midfield, to try and also change our fortunes as well as the personnel. Elijah Stone with the delivery. Joey's underneath it, wins the header, but nods it wide. Elias Chair into Dykes. Conde trying to get there and can't. Prince is on a hat-trick. And if it weren't for Michael Cooper, would have had one in this game. That was headed towards the top corner. Odabajo goes off. He's had 5 shots, Kyan Prince. He's scored 2 and could have had more, but I think he's actually coming off here. Indeed, he is for Bon. Man that is up top for us at Ipswich in the My Player over on Facebook. Well, actually, I think by the time you see this video on YouTube, I'll have moved clubs on My Player. Spoilers. But regardless of what's happening elsewhere in other saves, Schädler! He's just looked at it! He didn't change player to him at all, and he's not even tried to get to it. Okay, I think both me and my AI control teammates are having a day off. It's not just my fault at the moment. I'm not getting any help either. Oh, God. Certainly, majorly my fault at the moment. All I can do is apologise. Sort of performance where you... especially if we were away from home, you'd put out the apology and say, we apologise to away fans and we'll be refunding their tickets. Can't really do that at a home game. Can't really afford to do that at a home game. But, I really am going to have to up my game for the latter games in this episode. With Norwich to come as the third played one as well, which isn't going to make things any easier. But we lose by 2-0 here. No goals scored in today's opening 2 games. And again, I didn't really deserve to score a goal. Not created any clear-cut chances whatsoever in 2 whole games of football. I don't think Liam Bennett really let me down there, to be honest. I don't think anyone let me down other than me. We've dropped to 8th. But if you offered me 8th at the beginning of the season, I'd have bitten your hand off for it. So let's not be too disheartened. We will have runs like this throughout the course of a season. We just have to grin and bear it and go again. Now for the 2 Sims games we're going to do today, starting with Cardiff away. I could do with my players getting me back on track today, but my poor form is starting to bleed into AI poor form. Joey with another goal, but it's not enough. Gave us a 1-0 lead early in the first half, but bottom of the table Cardiff now get 3 points against us. The wobble continues. Not great. Not great. The wobble continues. Right. Derby as well. We were going to sim and play Norwich. A 1-1 draw. Okay, Joey gets an equaliser this time. Still really the only man that's scoring goals for me this season at championship level, Joey Ironside. Have a quick look at the stats. Rudoni's got 4. Joey has 10. Stone with 3. A couple of other players are chipping in, but not many. We've become very reliant on Joey Ironside's goals, which, to be fair, moving up a division isn't too much of a surprise, but still not great. Right, Norwich at Carrow Road coming up next. We're still only 3 points outside the playoffs, so there's plenty to play for still. Transfer bid for Cameron Borthwick-Jackson, which is exactly what we're after. My plan is to sell him to fund new contracts for the majority of my squad. Most of the players now at this new level are unhappy with their current wages and want a wage rise. And after spending money on Twine and Doyle in January, I don't have the finances to actually step up and offer them all new deals as things stand. So I'm going to have to make that change in our playing squad. Lose a man, but in turn, hopefully, maintain the rest of the squad. A couple of changes needed for this game here against Norwich. As you can see, Conde will start and Doyle will be in. Other than that, I expect us to line up as we are. In fact, I will go and change our kit and just address any potential discrepancies in Norwich's starting lineup too. 4-4-2 for Norwich. Angus Gunn in goal. Barley Mumba at right back. Bashiri and Porteous at centre back with Yanulis on the left-hand side. Kenny McLean and Matthias Norman in the middle for them, with Rashitsa on the left, Liel Abada on the right, Romel Kyoto up top alongside Nicolas Lopez. They are third in the table, Norwich, understandably having a decent season, having just come down from the Premier League above, although they were very off the pace in the Premier League above last season, if I recall correctly. But evidently, they've got some talented players in this team. And hopefully, those talented players will have an off day, similar to my off days so far in this episode. A chance to redeem myself at Carrow Road. Klein quickly to Kyoto. Here's Norman! Good save by Cooper. Very well struck by the Norwich man. He's going to take the corner himself as well. And it's a really good delivery. Ironside's underneath it. Kyoto and Stone chasing after it. Norwich will utilise the ball well. Rashitsa to Nico Gonzalez. Teddy Cole's trying to outmuscle him. Easier said than done. Norman, I thought, was going to wind up again. Kyoto could. He's got options. Teddy Cole stands him up, but still Kyoto maintains possession. Rashitsa well intercepted by Jack Rodoni, who's going to get away from his man as well. And we've had enough for sitting on the back foot. It's time to go on the counter. Joey, Ironside is in behind. Have the shot now, and Angus Gunn tips it over the top. I had to shoot that early because they were closing me down there. Bashiri was going to outmuscle me. Oh, well up, Doyle. Oh, but well wide, Doyle. Rashitsa over the top. That'll be Josh Keys. It's struck too narrow. Comfortable pick-off for the wing-back. Norwich proving that you can do well at these high levels with a 4-4-2. It's the formation we started the save with and tried to get promoted from League One with, and, well, ultimately failed to do so. Norwich proving it is possible. Rodoni out there to Lancaster. We'll go back to Rodoni. Hit it early, but not pull it on target. But already, chances on goal, which is much more than we created in the opening 180 minutes of played football. After just 18 of this Norwich game, we've been much better. Norman again. Rashitsa's got runners. Here's Kyoto. Michael Cooper quickly becoming a fan favourite in goal. We have had some fan favourites over the years in the goalkeeping position in various different saves. Cooper looking like he might become one to add to that list. Matthias Norman with another delivery from a corner that's pretty good. Kyoto nods it down and Coles will come away with it and find Doyle, who actually, I'm going to have to switch this slowly to ensure that we don't lose it. Teddy fired to Conde. Nicely done. Good first touch from Amara. Nice ball into Rodoni. Not that there. To Elijah Stone. And work it out. Get there, Jack. Get there, Jack. Get there, Jack. Yes, well done. Stand it up. Joey's there. Oh, it was on the floor. It was a low cross. Is that my throw, though? It is. We'll keep the pressure on. Keep the pressure on. A throw to Elijah Stone. Conde's there. Off Rodoni. Oh, God. But Rodoni can't play a 3-yard pass accurately. What chance do I stand? Barley Mumba with a heavy touch. Teddy Cole's nearly got there, but didn't. Now Barley Mumba has plenty of options here. Oh, good save by Cooper again. Was on target, you feel. Seems Norman taking it short this time, and Milot Rashitsa will get rid of it. Or Nico Gonzalez with a header, but straight at the goalkeeper. He's got the long throw trait, so we'll bowl it out to... Oh, God, Scott Twine here, but some of the passing is just... Sometimes it's me, sometimes it's the game, but routinely it's one or the other, and my passing just hasn't worked in this episode. 5 corners for Norwich now. Another good delivery that Doyle does well to get on the end of. Porteous brings it down for them and finds Matthias Norman. Nico gives that away. Josh Key's interception falls kindly for a Norwich man, and Nico Gonzalez will lay that back. Kyoto, fires wide. I tried to narrow the angle and potentially get a block on it. We're defending well again. But again, having to rely quite heavily on Michael Cooper to keep us in this game. But if there was ever a game of the 3 today where we thought we might struggle that we played, it would be this one against Norwich, with the quality they have in their team and the season they're having so far. But we're doing all right. We started positively, but then Norwich kind of grew into the game. If I can start the second half the way we started the first and then maintain that momentum, then maybe we might get a win here. If Cardiff can beat us when they're rock bottom and out of it, then anyone can beat anyone in this division. Oh, it's a lovely ball to Nico Gonzalez. It's a good block by Michael Gwilt. Currently half an hour to go. Currently 0-0 still as they make a change. Soto on for Kyoto. At the minute, I don't know what change to make to really liven this game up at the moment from our point of view. I haven't really been able to find much from anyone in any position in this episode as a whole. But if in 2 played games I can keep 2 clean sheets and take 2 points against 2 of the better sides in the division, I have to be happy with that. Twine's touch there is so bad, though, that he's almost just locked off the ball, turned, and then not decided to go after it. Joey intercepts. This could be promising. Conde quickly into Rodoni. Elijah Stone making the move. Will lift it looking for Lancaster, who is now in behind. Will stand it up into the middle. Yanulis will get the block. It's a corner with 20 to go. Do I make a change? Scott Twine has been disappointing out on the wing. I have to be honest. He's not been good enough thus far. Could really do with some improvements from him. We'll bring Ollie Burke on the left-hand side. Maybe Ollie Burke actually earns that starting spot back again. Elijah Stone will deliver a cross. It's decent. The keeper comes and claims well, though. 20 to go. Still. Zip, zip. Nico out to Rashica. Down the line to Todd Cantwell off the bench for Norwich now. 80 rated, I think, Todd Cantwell at this point of the save. Really good looking player for Norwich, and surprised he wasn't in the starting lineup to begin with. Attempted clearance was thwarted, and it's going to cost me a goal. I tried to just get rid of it, and there was just 2 men around me, and I couldn't do it. Extra movement from a man in the middle. And Norwich are going to win it late on. Soto off the bench. And it's going to be enough for Norwich to see them get victory here, you feel. Whilst we have been better in front of goal in this game, we've still not been good enough. Ollie Burke to Joey. I see the runner in the middle, but I'm not going to be able to get it to him, I don't think. Oh, too heavy. Too heavy. Lancaster played in. Here's Rodoni. Oh, tried to find Ollie Burke. It would have been a great pass and almost almost a replication of Norwich's goal. But they've got too many defenders back there. Their defenders were tracking the space. Mine were not. With 2 minutes added on, it's going to be another defeat here. We fought hard. Oh, Bader's got the pace. Cooper in the way brilliantly. Still it continues to fall free for Norwich. Brilliant tackle by Doyle. Oh, I thought he'd given a penalty for a minute. It's a 1-0 defeat against Norwich. On the back of our 2-0 defeat in the last played game. On the back of our 0-0 draw. I've not scored today. That's not gone well. Back down to earth with a bump from our early spectacular form at championship level. We're now mid-table. It's where we would have expected to be. But after the way we started the season, that doesn't make an episode like that any less disappointing. Now without a win in 6 at championship level. Millwall, Burnley, Swansea and them at the end of tomorrow's episode. If ever there was a game I want to win, it's that one. But hopefully we'll get some more wins on the run up to it. Must be better tomorrow. Must be better. Drop the video a like if you've enjoyed, of course. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on that episode tomorrow. And, well, I will see you in that episode tomorrow. Ta-ta.